And this little kick somehow ended up in the hands of Langmack for his second try.
A second half scoring blitz by Sydney, 5 tries overall and a personal tally of 18 points for Michael O'Connor. The seconds match completed a black day for the country lads, Sydney's winning margin 28 points. Newcastle's Craig Johnson got the VIP treatment when he returned to one of his old stamping grounds today. The Liverpool midfielder kicked off the City Country League clash and on a more personal level saw his father for the first time since scoring that crucial FA Cup goal.
Craig Johnston is on a flying visit to Australia to promote sport aid. After spending the night in Sydney, he flew to Newcastle to meet the person who's undoubtedly his greatest fan, his father Colin. Craig carried with him a prized possession, the solid gold FA Cup winner's medal, and today he gave it to his father.
Well, I dreamed of that, son. Hey, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Only one at work with one anyway.
Yeah, good.
Officially, he was in Newcastle in the service of another football code. He was to kick off the City Country Rugby League match, and although not a league star, he received the star treatment. So what's it like to be a good football player one day and a hero the next?
It was a dream, but I've put in 10 years of solid hard graft, and one of the hardest parts was living away from Australia, from Australians, and now it all seems worthwhile.
A modest champion. It was back to Parramatta Day in Sydney Club Rugby, and Eastwood's plan to spoil the party never looked likely in the second half. Parramatta's comprehensive victory keeps them on top of the table.
Carter.
Parramatta scored 5 tries to 1, but this individual effort by Brett Papworth brought the house down.
Papworth straight through. He's shaped for a field goal. Williams outside. Papworth. Yes.
The two Blues bounce back with this brilliant team effort. Winger Paul Meehan handling twice.
Leads. Good support from Meehan and a glorious pass to Carter.
Parramatta led 9-4 at half-time, and in the second term their forwards got right on top, and winger Meehan had a field day.
This is Meehan. Meehan.
His second try demonstrated some deft use of the touchline.
Leads. Meehan again. Another one.
The icing for Parramatta was applied by teenager Tony Hayes.
Stalking for another try. Carter. Kalen couldn't pick up, but Goddard could. Or clever support play. This is Hayes, tough as teak. Try.
The sharp man of the match was robust centre Mick Carter, who proved a handful for Eastwood in attack and defence. Parramatta now clear competition leaders and again looking the side to beat in 86. In other matches, a full-strength Gordon overpowering Randwick at Coogee. St George upset Warringah by 20 points to 15. Manly obliterated Western Suburbs. And East's finally breaking their duck at the expense of Sydney Uni, who are still winless after 6 rounds. The table, Parramatta riding high with Eastwood, Manly and Warringah making up the 4, and then 4 teams on 6 points in a wide-open premiership. To VFL, and Footscray was handed a thrashing by Melbourne today, going down by 9 goals. For Melbourne, it was their 3rd win of the season. Hawthorn has gone to outright leadership with their 45-point win over Collingwood. Carlton home by 29 over hapless Geelong. North home in a crunch game against Fitzroy. And Essendon easy winners over bottom side St Kilda. The Sydney Swans play Richmond at the SCG tomorrow and must win to stay on top of the table. Well, racing returned to Royal Randwick today, and punters made heavy weather of proceedings. Geoff Mahoney, it seems the bookies got the lot.
Yes, Gordon, it was a good day for the books at Randwick. Only 2 favourites were able to score, and most of the winners came in at fairly long odds. But the meeting in Brisbane was a good one at Eagle Farm. It was the Queensland Oaks, the main race of the day, and an upset in that one too. We'll have a look at the action and the run down the straight. And here we see now Pretty as Paint, the rider, peeping over his shoulder with a black and white corded cap. Now there's Travel Light, beautifully ridden by D. Walsh, looming up to gather in Pretty as Paint. And on the outside is the 3-1 on favourite Just Now. Compton using the whip vigorously in the left hand. Just Now is taking a little ground off Travel Light, but the post proves to be too near, and Travel Light caused a boil over to beat Just Now, and there's Eau de Toile just flashing into the 3rd placing. The winner, Travel Light at 8, 3's favourite, 3's on and favourite Just Now, Eau de Toile starting at 10-1. Tommy Smith landed a winning double at Randwick, and he pegged back the leader, Brian Mayfield Smith, by 1 win. The meeting started with the Triton handicap, and the winner King Solo at 11-2, Oxbury Way at 9-2, Burlauren 15-4, and favourite race 2. And Devious Lady's in front here, and Peter Cook rode a very clever race. He still had a good hold on Devious Lady, showing the way to high there. Now, with the red sleeves and cap running home well as Madame Sue, and down the outside are Born to Sing, yellow sleeves and cap, and just coming into the right of your screen, Olympic Flame is putting in a big run. But it's all Devious Lady in the final run to the line. A tight go for the second, with Olympic Flame getting there to take the second, Born to Sing third. 4 Devious Lady, 12 Olympic Flame, 10 Born to Sing, 2 unplaced favourites, both at a 13-4, Primrose Lane and Madame Sue. In the third race, the winner was Chez Paris at 5-1, 5-4 On and favourite Francette, 10 Shula Saga. Race 4, and here we see the leader, Chief of State, the favourite, being hard-ridden. It shows out now from 4 Papa, who's dropping back. Grillette, with the black cap, being hard-ridden, is coming into it well. And on the inside of Grillette, finishing stoutly as Chrysomalis. But in the final run to the line, Chief of State is too good. Chrysomalis got the second, Grillette is third. 6-4 On and favourite Chief of State. Chrysomalis at 12-1, Grillette at 6. The first leg of the daily double, and String of Pearls with the green colours, well handled by A. Hugh. He rode a clever race in front, this boy. Taken on now by finishing stoutly is Langong on the outside, going up with a dark blue cap. But you can see that Langong is under pressure, had to be straightened there. It never really looked like catching String of Pearls, who, if anything, was going away on the line. Langong is second, and a distant third, Travelling Prayer. 8 String of Pearls, 16 Langong, Travelling Prayer 40, with Rising Fear 7-2, unplaced favourite. Race 6 went to Gallery Level at 11-4 On and favourite, Ninja second, 15-4, Prince Mon at 10. The 7th race, and we see Bastille with the orange cap going up to Swift Interest, orange and a dark blue cap. Now watch for the outside horses. Vain Fury is taken on now by Miss Peru, and they're very deep on the track. The orange jacket of Vain Peru, the rider throwing everything at his mount. Miss Peru made a lunge near the end of the race, but in the final run to the line, Vain Fury got there by a half neck from Miss Peru, with Max Treasure getting the third. Vain Fury at 5, Miss Peru 7, Max Treasure 7-1, unplaced favourite Fine Offer at 7-2. The last race of the day went to the outsider Social Cream at 33, Calaboo's second at 13-2, and Palazam, the favourite, finished 9-4, was favourite in that race, took the third prize. That's the day in racing. Good night, everyone.
Thanks, Geoff. Well, it's not often that owner, trainer and jockey win the same race 3 years running, but it happened today in the premier event of the racing calendar in Alice Springs, the annual Camel Cup. Ray Allen joined those watching the race, which was originally run on the bed of the Todd River, now elevated to the sophistication of the Alice Springs racetrack.
The annual Camel Cup attracted the crowds again this year, with about 6,000 people attending. While punters may think of Bart Cummings as the Cup King, in the territory it's Noel Fullerton, breeder and owner, who's looked upon as the doyen of the dunes. He's trained most Camel Cup winners, and many of those winners have been ridden by other members of the Fullerton family, the last 2 by Noel's daughter Alicia. The race started with the camels in the usual cloud of dust and with the usual unsavoury looking silks aboard.
Camels coming around from the outside. They're making a big run. Front premium up there. There's a big cows coming on, but in front we still have Happy Hooker going in front, ridden by Lucy Thompson. She's getting a bit of challenge as they come around there. Past the Swanborder sign and also the Summit sign, and coming up front of the Tabletop sign, Tabletop corner, coming in towards the front. Alicia Thompson, but she's just getting close there. It's a big cut coming down.
And that's the 1986 Camel Cup, with Alicia Fullerton winning her 3rd in a row on Happy Hooker.
Well, a well-earned drink for those camels, Geoff. That's sport.
Thanks, Gordon. Now our Saturday special, and the South African Tour issue aside, Australian rugby is in for a testing season with a busy schedule of international matches at home and overseas. The touring Italians provide the first challenge, and with our test team to be named on Monday week, an injury cloud over Roger Gould has led to speculation about who'll get the fullback's job. John Bay profiles 2 of the candidates, the rejuvenated Glenn Ella and an up-and-comer Andrew Leeds from Parramatta.
Between the age of 5 and 16, Andrew Leeds learnt his rugby at Redbank Oval, playing for the Sydney suburb of North Mead. Now 21, he's already helped Parramatta win the Sydney Premiership last season, and this year he's won the fullback spot for New South Wales. In 3 appearances, he's shown he's got the class to aim higher.
Well, after New South Wales is Australia, isn't there? There's no other stepping stone.
While Andrew's doing well, there's another challenge to Roger Gould's number 15 Wallaby jumper, and that's Glenn Ella. Now in 1986, he's once more keen about his rugby and wants to play the kind of attacking rugby he and his brothers Mark and Gary turned on in the late 70s and early 80s. They were spectacular. Wherever one was, the other two weren't far away.
My attitude has sort of done a bit of a circle. When we first sort of come to Randwick, we were renowned for just having a go, any opportunity running the ball from any position. Then I don't know what happened in between, where the rep football sort of probably put a hold on our game to a certain extent. But this year, you know, the attitude is more if we get the ball with a bit of room, excuse me, to sort of have a run, you know, run past your support and back up.
Glenn believes rugby at the local representative level has been dull over recent years. He wants to do something about it, for the game and for his Wallaby aspirations.
I wasn't enjoying it. The only way to enjoy it is to sort of make the enjoyment for yourself. You know, if you've got players around who want to have a go now, which I think they do, give it to them and let's go.
Andrew's attacking flair has sprung to life only this season. It's come with confidence, and that's the way he likes to play.
Over the last few weeks, I can feel it coming along. I feel I can hit a back line, well, make the break, pass. I just feel a lot more confident in attack.
But it's his defensive skills which till now have got him into the representative teams, whether it be taking on the big forwards or catching the high ball.
In a lot of games, the opening few minutes, teams will put the ball up to you, and you've got to take it. You're the only one there. You've got to take the ball, otherwise you'll drop it. They'll score a try.
With the heavy representative season ahead, Andrew Leeds and Glenn Ella are going to put a lot of pressure on Roger Gould, and the winner might just be more exciting rugby.
Now it's time for the weather, and welcome to an old friend, David Elyard.
Thank you, Geoff. Good evening, everyone. And today certainly started off in most unpromising fashion with leaden skies, showers, a lot of drizzle. But things certainly picked up as the day went on, and by the time regular weatherman Mike Bailey was getting married at 4 o'clock this afternoon, the sun was breaking through and the sky was blue, at least in patches. Taking a look what's happened around the state in the last 24 hours, we see that the rain is concentrated in the southeastern corner, mostly in the Riverina and further to the south. 10 millimetres the overnight maximum at Hume Reservoir, with a 12mm added there in Wagga in the 6 hours to 3 o'clock this afternoon. Maximum temperatures up in the far northwestern corner, Cobar and Warriner and Walgett, also 27 up to 8 degrees over the average. Coldest temperatures, of course, to the south, Thredbo -1 overnight. So to the cloud picture, and we see the large grouping of cloud over the coastline in New South Wales. We see why that's there on the synoptic chart, and there is in fact a large low pressure system taking roost over the southeastern part of the continent, ridging up towards the coastline, and that is generating the cloud and the showers. Tomorrow, everything will have pushed over a little bit, the low a little bit further to the east and throwing out a ridge over into the Tasman, and that will cause a few showers, but those will tend to clear from the west. Maximum temperature tomorrow in Darwin likely to be 31 with a few showers expected. Also in Canberra some showers expected with a top temperature there of 17. So to the state forecast, we can see the showers continuing over most of the state overnight, but clearing towards the coast from the west with a few showers persisting there. Cool temperatures in the south, mild in the north. We see that more on the temperature forecast for tomorrow, and those temperatures are a few degrees over what we'd expect in the course in this time of the year, with definitely the warmest temperatures again in the far northwest of the state. So for Sydney, I think we can expect pretty much a rerun of today. So spelling that out, that means quite a lot of cloud overnight, partly cloudy through into tomorrow. A few showers, but those will tend to decrease as they did today. The winds are swinging around, going northeasterly to northwesterly, and that's making things just a little bit warmer than they were today. Maximum temperatures expected tomorrow in the city, a top of 21, Liverpool 21, Richmond 22. Those, as I say, are a little bit warmer than today, and also a little bit warmer than we'd expect for this time of the year. That's the weather. Good night.
Thanks, David. Now, another look at tonight's main stories. The Prime Minister is moving to play a visible and leading role in planning for the economic summit, given the embarrassment already caused him by the surprise announcement. Mr. Hawke, who's in Tokyo today, consulted with his senior ministers by telephone. He'll continue those consultations during the next leg of his tour in China. The major employer groups have called for changes to the prices and incomes accord and the delay of the superannuation productivity case to be discussed at the Economic Summit. And 2 people are dead and 70 children injured after a bungled extortion attempt at a school in the American state of Wyoming. And that's all the news for now. Late news time tonight is about 10 past 10. From me, for now, good night.